You're watching news headlines on mining.com. I'm Devin Murrigan. Southern Copper is negotiating with Mexico's new government to unlock $10.2 billion in mining investments stalled under the previous administration. Its local arm, Minera Mexico, plans to spend over $600 million by 2025 on infrastructure upgrades and sustainability. Projects like Angangueo, El Pilar, and the Empalme smelter are seen as key to expanding its integrated copper footprint. Meanwhile, in Peru, the company aims to begin production at its $1.8 billion Tia Maria mine in 2027, or by 2027, projecting major export and tax contributions. Southern Copper says it remains bullish on long-term copper demand despite global economic headwinds. Copper prices crashed nearly 20% Wednesday after President Donald Trump confirmed that refined copper or cathodes will be excluded from the planned 50% U.S. import tariff. The tariff will only apply to semi-finished copper products like pipes, wires, and electrical parts, easing supply fears. COMEX copper futures fell to $4.52 a pound, their lowest since May, erasing gains from a rally sparked by earlier tariff speculation. Traders had rushed to import refined copper, driving U.S. prices 28% above global benchmarks, a gap that may now vanish. Analysts warn the sudden shift could disrupt global trade flows and trigger re-exports of surplus U.S. copper stockpiles. Gold fell sharply after the U.S. Federal Reserve held interest rates steady and gave no clear signal on when cuts might come down. A spot gold slipped 1.5% to $3,275.92 an ounce, as strong U.S. jobs data and a stronger dollar weighed on the metal. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell said no decision had been made for a September cut, emphasizing inflation over employment risks. Silver and platinum also tumbled, with platinum losing over 6% to a one-month low. Analysts say uncertainty and high U.S. debt still support the long-term gold outlook. Anglo American has posted a $1.9 billion first-half loss and slashed its dividend as it presses ahead with a major restructuring. The miner is selling its coal, diamond, and nickel units to sharpen its focus on copper and iron ore after fending off a BHP takeover bid last year. De Beers remains up for sale despite weak diamond prices, with a second round of bids expected within a month. Core earnings of $3 billion slightly beat forecasts, but shares fell as global metal prices remain under pressure from trade tensions. Anglo's net debt stands at $10.8 billion, with asset sale proceeds expected to ease the load in the months ahead. BHP and Vale are being sued in London by August Goodhead, the firm representing over 600,000 Brazilians in the 2015 Samarco Dam disaster case. The firm claims it's owed $1.7 billion in legal fees and accuses the miners of undermining their contract by pressuring victims into low settlements. BHP rejects the allegations and says Brazil remains the most suitable venue for compensation tied to the deadly dam collapse. August Goodhead also argues that a $30 billion Brazilian deal blocked victims from paying legal fees or consulting them. This comes as BHP awaits a UK ruling in a separate trial while facing a contempt hearing for alleged parallel litigation in Brazil. And that's where we leave your mining.com headlines for now.